Well, the Michigan Supreme Court recently decided to change rules statewide allowing cell phones in courtrooms. Attorney Tom Sinas here to explain those changes and how they may apply to you. Tom?
So, I have this experience from going to courtrooms around the state, and many times when you walk into a courtroom, or courthouse even, at the very beginning there's a sign that says no cell phones allowed. And oftentimes you've got to go through screening, and the bailiffs there will ask you to leave your cell phones right there before you go in. Well, that's proved over time as people have become more and more reliant on these little computers in our pocket. It's proved to be difficult for certain people in court, right? Because we store a lot of stuff on our cell phones or on our computers or tablets or whatever they may be, right?
Personal computer.
Exactly. And when you go to court and you can't access your device, you're oftentimes at a disadvantage. So the Michigan Supreme Court, which kind of oversees the rules for our courts around the state, has tried to come up with a new rule here that will go into effect as of May 1 to deal with a change in technology needing to get caught up with the law.
Okay.
All right. So as of May 1, there will no longer be this outright ban on bringing a cell phone or a tablet into a courthouse.
Okay.
Now, don't get me wrong, it doesn't mean there's a free-for-all here on having these things there. There's a whole bunch of restrictions, but the general idea here is that the courts want people, whether they're representing themselves or lawyers or whoever they may be able to retrieve or store information on a electronic storage device while you're in court, right? Because people, of course, do store a lot of stuff on there, and they want to be able to access it. So the goal here is to allow people to retrieve and store information in court. And the second goal is to allow people to reproduce things in court using their phone. What is that? Well, we're all using the cameras on our phone to take pictures. And when people go to court, sometimes they need really important documents, and maybe they don't have a way of paying for the copying charge. So now this rule allows people to take photos of important documents as long as doing that doesn't actually harm the document itself. So this, I think, is really helpful to everybody. But remember, there's a lot of restrictions here. You can't be talking on your phone in the middle of open court. You can't be videotaping or photographing jurors. Witnesses can't be on the phone with other people. Jurors probably can't take their phones back in the deliberation room. So a lot of that kind of common sense stuff.
Not the phone that you normally use for, the phone that you don't normally use it for is what you're saying.
Yeah, or even then you can use your normal phone to get and access information, but you can't use it in a way that's disrupting the court process. Really what this is a recognition that people need to be able to access their information when they're in court. And if you cut their cord, then maybe they may not be able to do that.
Absolutely. Makes a lot of sense.
Of course, every courtroom is controlled by the judge in that courtroom. So defer to the judge. Ask the judge's clerk if you have questions.
Okay, good stuff. Where do people track you down, Tom?
They can find us online at www.sinusdramus.com. Give us a call in West Michigan at 616-301-3333 or shoot us an email, hopefully not while you're in court, info@sinusdramus.com.
Good advice. Thanks, Tom.
Thanks.